What up to all my anime fans out there? You're now in tune to the first of many Ponder and Win sessions in which I reflect on a question dealing with either an anime related topic or a video game related topic or a combination of both. If you don't know, I'm the East Wind, and with that being said, the question for this session is, why did Toriyama bring Dragon Ball back as an anime? Now, before I continue with this session, I want to make it perfectly clear that I am a fan of both Dragon Ball and One Piece. So I don't want anybody to say, oh, he likes One Piece more than he likes Dragon Ball, because that's not the case. This is clearly from what I've observed before Toriyama brought Dragon Ball Super to the table as an anime. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. So why did Toriyama bring Dragon Ball back as an anime? Basically, just to keep it real, he brought it back because he wants to compete with One Piece. It ain't hard to look up information on the quote big three and the mangaka, or the creators of those anime manga, stating that the inspiration for their creation is Toriyama's Dragon Ball. And in all three of the protagonists, you can see elements of Goku. For Naruto, for me, I see it in the gi. It's not exactly the same as Goku's gi, but it's reminiscent of his gi. And then the fact that he's supposed to be, or he is, the strongest character in Naruto. For Bleach, Ichigo, again, the fact that his hair is orange, I don't think that's a coincidence. I think his hair being orange is a nod to Goku's gi, basically. Luffy, out of all three of them, Luffy is like right in the shadow of Goku. And basically, all three of those protagonists is like if you took Goku and put him in another universe and then reshaped them and remolded them into something else to fit in that universe. That's what all three of those characters represent as far as from my perspective. Now, Luffy, like I said, Luffy is probably the most like Goku. The hunger thing, where he eats after every battle, or he's always hungry. The power thing, and matter of fact, the relationship, Zoro, or Luffy and Zoro's relationship is the same as Goku and Vegeta's relationship. You'll never see Zoro beat Arc Boss. He's always got to beat the second in command. The same way that Toriyama treated Vegeta, that's a whole nother topic too. Like, for me personally, I felt like Vegeta at least should have got one Arc Boss to where he could, be the victor or whatever. But nah, Toriyama never did that, and Oda never do that for Zoro either. So you see the similarities already. Now, an analogy I'll use for this is when Dragon Ball was out, Oda had 1,000 acres, and there was no competition for Dragon Ball. Versus, it's like Toriyama, the old Toriyama, Dragon Ball in his prime, versus a futuristic Toriyama in Oda. So Oda would be the futuristic version of Toriyama, and he can't compete with that. Oda has like 1 million acres. His foundation that he laid for One Piece is super complex. It's got multiple layers. Like for Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball's only faction is the Z Warriors. That's it. Frieza wasn't a faction. Frieza was like just a standalone character who happen to have subordinates under him in the Ginyu Force. And in the Ginyu Force, Captain Ginyu would be, quote, the top tier character for that faction. Whereas if you go over to One Piece, you have the world government, you have the Straw Hat Pirates, you have the Revolutionary Army, you have the Red Hair Pirates, Blackbeard Pirates, so on and so forth. And in each one of those factions, specifically the world government, before the War of the Best, all characters within the world government that there was a focus on are top tier characters who can stand on their own. They don't need help from anybody else. So these are characters like Garp, Akanu, Akoji, Kizaru, the 7 warlords. Out of the 7, Kuma, Boa, Doflamingo, Mihawk, and I'm gonna say that's it. Yeah, Moria, he's probably the weakest warlord. But that's another topic altogether too. So they can stand on their own. Garp, he Sengoku too, I forgot him. Garp can stand on his own, we've seen it. He doesn't need help from anybody in the world government. Whereas like for Dragon Ball, Vegeta and Goku are top tier characters, no question. Trunks, Goten, Gohan. But for the majority of the villains they fought, or the antagonists that they fought, they had to team up to beat them. Even for Goku and Vegeta. Whereas in One Piece, that's not the case at all. Garp wouldn't have to team up with anybody to beat anybody in One Piece. We're talking about dragons. We're talking about Luffy's grandfather, dragons, pops. Garp is a serious problem. He's from Gold Roger's era, and that Whitebeard could stand on his own. What he did to John the Giant, he did by himself, no help whatsoever. In that way right there, like I said, that's just an example of how Oda's foundation is stronger than Toriyama's foundation with Dragon Ball. And the whole thing behind it, like I said, is Toriyama sees Oda. Like, just think about it for a minute. If you were Toriyama and you created Dragon Ball, and then you had Dragon Ball ended in 96, One Piece debuted in 97, 1 year after, and all these for Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, all the creators said that you were their inspiration for what they created, and you see elements of your character in their main characters. How would you feel? Especially you see One Piece go so far beyond what you laid out with Dragon Ball. One Piece is in what, 742 episodes now? Somewhere around there? That's crazy. One Piece is basically the longest running anime with the greatest number of episodes. And if you look it up, it's not an anime. It's basically like a Japanese cartoon. I put it as the equivalent of like Charlie Brown or something, or maybe Tom and Jerry or something. It has 7,071 episodes. That's not an anime. And it's not action, definitely. So we're talking about an action anime here. One Piece is the longest running action anime. Period. Toriyama wants to either match it or supersede it. I'm going to say the latter. Toriyama wants to supersede the number of episodes that One Piece has. He's in direct competition with One Piece. That is it. Somebody might argue like, yeah, Attack on Titan is up there with One Piece. It might be in the top 5, but I guarantee you that One Piece is still the top anime globally. It's definitely the top anime globally in comparison to any other anime that is out or coming out. Guaranteed. It's like I said, and this is another topic, the current state of anime, which I'll talk about that too. That's another session of Ponder and Win. It's like I told my man, One Piece is the last creative anime. You're not going to see another anime as creative or as ambitious as One Piece. Guaranteed. You got to look at everything that One Piece has within it. The devil fruits. These characters. One Piece has so many characters, like legit top tier hot characters that is not even funny. Usually, you know, you watch an anime or whatever and you like a couple of characters. For One Piece, it's almost like, yo, every character that's introduced, you gotta like them in some shape or form. You don't dislike them, man. I know a lot of people will bring up Akanu and be like, I hate Akanu. I'm with you, you know what I'm saying? For the War of the Best arc, Akanu, what he did to my man Ace was crazy, like. So yeah, I don't like Akanu. I don't, as far as the anime go, but you know, video game wise, I'll play with him in Pirate Warriors. You know, he's a problem. I can't deny that he's a powerful character. Even if you dislike him, he is a powerful character. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I could go down the list, and I really don't. I'm trying not to exceed 15 minutes, man. But you get my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, Garp, Whitebeard, Marco, Jozu, Vista, Sengoku, Gold Roger, Mihawk, Shanks, Ben Beckman, Doflamingo, Bellamy, Wiper. Like, yo, the list goes on and on, man. But yeah, man. Toriyama brought Dragon Ball back to compete with One Piece. And he can't win. I'm sorry. You can't win against something like One Piece. And like I said, man, somebody will bring, like, yo, how are you going to say One Piece is the last creative anime when Attack on Titan is creative too? Truth be told, man, Attack on Titan is not creative. It's really not, man. I hate to say that. And I like Attack on Titan. I'm a fan of Attack on Titan. But it's like me and my man was discussing. He actually brought it up. I didn't really even think about it. Because, to be honest, he put me on Attack on Titan. Like, I wasn't trying to watch it. But he told me that the premise of Attack on Titan was like Dragonball. They got it's the same premise, like with the Watchers. It's basically the same thing as the Titans. And after I watched the first episode, I'm like, yo, you're right, dog. Like, they got this joint from Dragonball. And I did read a statement from the creator of Attack on Titan where he said he came up with the idea somewhere. I don't know the exact quote. I can't paraphrase what he said, but he said he came up with it on his own. And I don't believe that for a second. Similarities between the Titans and the Watchers from Dragonball are too similar. So nah, Attack on Titan is not creative from my perspective because, like I said, it's in Dragonball. Like, the Watchers is basically Titans. So yeah, man, and that's another topic altogether too. But it is what it is, man. And like I said, man, I'm not dissing Dragon Ball fans. I'm not saying this as like, yo, yeah, it's cause, yo, I like One Piece more than I like Dragon Ball. I'm just stating it objectively because that's the truth of the matter. Like, yo, if Toriyama feels some type of way about Oda's success with One Piece, all things considered, that Luffy is basically a different version of Goku. And, yo, like, he can't win. Dragon Ball Super is not beating One Piece. I'm sorry, man. Like, yo, I don't know what Toriyama was thinking with that. But that being said, man, thanks for listening. If you have a different view or whatever, or if you disagree as to why Toriyama brought, or why Dragon Ball was brought back as an anime, drop a comment, man. I want to hear what y'all gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that Toriyama brought Dragon Ball back to compete with One Piece, or do you think he brought it back for a different reason? And if so, if you think it's a different reason, tell me what it is. As always, thanks for listening. Peace.